Hi, it's Taylor, and today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite foods to eat and to snack on. One of my very favorites, I'm a huge ice cream person, is the Arctic Zero Snickerdoodle. It is so good. 75 calories for one serving. I can eat a whole one of these for 12 points. And then toasted coconut is really good too, and that's only 35 calories per serving. So like a whole one of these is only 8 points. So that's great to just sit down and you'd be able to eat a whole pint of ice cream. And besides that, you think it's diet, but most of the ingredients are pretty good. Purified water, whey protein, organic cane sugar, chicory root, sugarcane fiber. So just because something is, diet doesn't necessarily mean it's bad for you. We'll go right into what I'm drinking right now, and I know I've talked about the pumpkin spice before, but the Weight Watchers Cafe Creation, this Mucho Mocha, makes your coffee taste like cocoa. It's really good. One packet of this, 0 points, really flavors up your coffee. Everybody probably knows about these. They're like a buck for these big things, but if you have problems, if you like soda, this is a good alternative. And if you're a salad person and you just can't have your salad without your dressings, I found these, and these are 0-calorie dressings. So yeah, use the whole thing. The raspberry really has a lot of flavor, and like I said, the ingredients aren't that bad. Purified water, apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, salt, natural flavors, lemon juice. It's diet, but there's not a whole lot of chemicals in it either. And snack foods, I've had this recommended to me by a different Weight Watcher video, the Boom Chicka Pop, cheddar, white cheddar, you got the buttery popcorn, other snacky flavors. I love these. The wasabi and ranch fat pea crisps, they're good. They're like as long as my pinky finger, and you get a big serving of it. You can, I think this whole bag, if you want to eat this whole bag, it's like 10 points. And they're really flavorful, they're crunchy, just delicious. Weight Watcher dinner is this cheese pizza. It's like a nice thin crust pizza. It doesn't taste diety at all. It's 9 points for this, but you're getting a slice of pizza that's like this big. Alright, and Lean Cuisine is another one, also sponsored by Weight Watchers. Herb roasted chicken is only 4 points. So man, you could have 2 of these for 8 points. It's crazy. 170 calories for one of these, and they're really good. Bananas, of course. I love bananas. You can have as many bananas as you want. 0 points because they're a fruit. They come with their own wrapper, potassium. I can't say bananas enough. And then I got apples. I recommend buying them in these bags because they're cheaper. These are Jazz apples. If you love like a sweet tart apple with really firm skin, this is the apple for you. Also the Honeycrisp apples, those are really good too. And of course, if you're the kind of person who likes eating raw vegetables, like carrots or celery or radishes, well, I don't like you very much because I can't eat those vegetables like that. But if you enjoy raw vegetables, eat to your heart's content, because those are 0 points. Warning, if you are a fruit and vegetable person and you use one of those Ninja blenders, it generates points. Take an apple and you put it in a blender, that's like a point, because what it's doing is it's actually breaking down the apple into smaller bits, which is something that you would do internally. You're taking that energy away from your digestive tract when you use a blender, so that's why it goes up in points. So that's some Taylor's snacks. Thank you so much, and just remember to boom chicka pop, boom chicka pop, boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka chicka boom chicka pop. That's what she said. Don't laugh, John. You're shaking the camera, John. A lot of misconceptions about Weight Watchers is that you have to eat their products, and you do not. Right now I'm going to show you this yogurt parfait that I make. So get yourself a food scale. This is going to be your best friend. You can buy the Weight Watchers version if you want. It'll tell you the points, but it's going to be a lot more expensive. This is just a cheap one from Walmart. So I got it on grams right now. What you do is you put your bowl, your napkin, whatever's on there, and then you're going to hit zero it out. So now I got my yogurt, which is about half a serving. Oh man, it looks kind of sad in there. 7 points right there for that little bit of yogurt. But you know what I can do? I can add some bananas. I think I need a little color to that. So I'm going to add some raspberries, and that is just beautiful. And the raspberries don't have any points, so that is still 7 points right there. Alright, so I take you out here today. It's a nice day to have a walk, you know, because we're going to do a little bit of a reality check here. I know a lot of people, you don't want to hear some of the stuff I have to say. And forewarning you, I'm going to use the A word, but I recommend, you know, grab some tissues, get your security blanket, you know, grab a friend, your stuffed animal to hug, because this is going to be a little rough. This is Taylor, and this is Reality Check. Better check yourself, because this is Reality Check. Your clothes. Alright, there's a difference between your clothing fitting and squeezing your fat ass into your clothing. You can squeeze yourself into something, it doesn't mean you fit. Oh, I can get into my size 8. Oh, you know, I'm just like I was in high school. You're bulging, you can't sit down, you gotta like get on the bed and like struggle into it. You don't fit into a size 8 anymore. You're a size 12. Get it through your head. Your ladies, your bra. Oh, I can get it on the last hook. Yeah, you can get it on the last hook. It looks like you're flossing a piece of raw dough. Ladies, don't say, oh, I have a thigh gap, when you clearly do not have a thigh gap. Yes, I do. I have a thigh gap. If I pigeon toe my legs out and I stick my butt out real far, I have a thigh gap. You can clearly see it. You look ridiculous. And guys, you know, oh, I can wear the same underwear since high school. Yeah, because it actually is the same underwear you've had since high school. You don't have any elastic in the waist, that's why it still fits. Your clothes didn't shrink in the wash, not because you were out in the rain, it's not because it's polyester or cotton, it's not because of the humidity or the weather. You've gotten too fat. Your clothes haven't gotten smaller, you have gotten bigger, and that is the reality. You just gotta face it. You gotta buy bigger clothes, or you gotta lose the weight. I'm all alone. I think reality's here. It's coming to get me. Be really quiet now. And don't sit there and tell me, oh, I'm happy at my weight. I like being a bigger person, because you know what? That's a lie. There has never been a person in the history of ever who has lost a ton of weight and said, oh God, you know, I need to get some milkshakes. I need to go back on the McDonald's diet. You should be loved and accepted for whatever size you are, and if you choose to be a bigger person, that's up to you. I'm not here to decide for you. I'm here to tell you, here are the signs, here's what you're looking for. Are the inside of your jeans like actually fading because your thighs are rubbing together so everybody can hear you when you're coming down the street? Here comes Haley, here comes Haley, here comes Haley. It's not because you're big boned. That's ridiculous. Nobody has giant bones inside their body. It's not because you're bloated, and yes, I've seen those commercials. It's not because of your thyroid, it's not because of your hormones, it's not because of your genetics, it's not because of whatever medications you're taking. It's because you eat too much and you exercise too little, period. No, you know what, I was skinny until I started my medication and then I just gained weight. Medication is not a bunch of fat in pill form. You can't just manifest pounds and pounds of fat out of nothing. I've never seen a single contestant on The Biggest Loser fail to lose weight, and they come from every walk of life. They're on every single medication, they have sleep apnea, they have diabetes, and you know what? They start eating right and they exercise and they lose the weight. Oh no, it's reality. It's coming to get me. Hide the children. Bye, baby. No, you know what, I tried every diet, you know, I would eat salads every day, and I would eat raw vegetables and fruits, and that's all I would eat, and I still gained weight. Either you're lying, or what you did was you did that for a week, and then you gave it up. You go on an extreme diet like that, number one, you're not getting the calories you need, you're not getting all the protein and everything you need, so your body goes into a starvation mode, and so it conserves all that energy. If you had stayed on it longer, you probably would have lost weight. You ever watch the show My 600 Pound Life? Oh, those people have all the excuses in the world. I eat everything the doctor says. I never overeat. You can ask anybody. I still gain weight. It's because of my body. It's just because I'm special and I have this special body that makes me gain weight and it's impossible for me to lose. So the doctor says, hey, you know what? I'm going to put you in the hospital. We're going to control everything you eat and we'll see what the problem is. Guess what? They all lose weight because they are lying. You're lying to yourself. They can lose weight. Everybody can lose weight. All you need to do is eat what you're supposed to eat and exercise. That's all you need to do. The reality check, you got stuff in your teeth. Stuff in your teeth. Gotta pick that out. Gotta pick it out. Oh, I'm on a diet pill. I'm gonna try this new diet pill. The diet pill industry is a scam. None of it works because I've tried them before and you know they have this little thing. We'll give you $5,000 if you give us a before and after picture and just swear that you've taken our product. You know what people do? They diet and they exercise and then they take a before and after picture so they can get the $5,000. Yeah, you can have the tummy tucks, you can have the skin surgeries all you want. The stomach is an organ that will grow. So even if you shrink your stomach down to the size of a tiny apple, you keep putting food in there, you're gonna stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. You're gonna make it right back up to the size that it was. The only thing that is going to help you throughout your whole life is if you eat right, exercise. Those two things. Oh, you know, it's a myth. You don't need to lose weight to be attacked by a grasshopper. Hey, it's Chef Taylor here today, and I'm going to show you guys how to make butternut squash bisque. The first thing you're going to need is 4 pounds of butternut squash. This is what they look like. You can save yourself some time and buy the frozen, pre-cut, already cubed butternut squash, but we're going to use a fresh butternut squash so I can show you how to cut it and cube it. The first thing you're going to need is a nice peeler, and this is a wide peeler. It's a nice wide angle, and we're going to peel off the skin. After you cut off the top and bottom, because I've already done that, you start peeling away. If you don't have a peeler, go out and buy one, because I went out and bought this peeler. I tried to do it with a regular knife and it was like, I'm gonna be here all night. So do yourself a favor, go out. This one was like $3–4 for this, and you can see how easily the skin comes off. So you're just gonna keep doing that until all the skin is peeled. And now we've got our butternut squash all peeled. We're going to bisect it where it starts to get fat, because these are where the seeds are. So we're going to cut it right here, and you need a very sharp knife. You can try to muscle through with a steak knife if you want. You can do it, but get yourself a big knife, because these are no joke. They're really solid. Alright, so we're going to separate the long half, and we got the short fat half, and then we're going to cut that straight down the middle. Now we have a nice lovely view of the seeds, and we're just going to take a regular spoon, scoop these seeds out, and throw them away. You scoop out these little insides. Looks like a pumpkin, smells like a pumpkin, and then you're left with these centers here. So we're going to start slicing these up. So we have them sliced like that, and then you're going to turn them on the side and start cutting down the middle, and then horizontal to make little cubes. And you're going to do the same thing with each side, and then you're going to do the same thing with the long part here. You're going to cut it down there and just start cubing, and when you get done, it should look like that, like a nice cheese plate. Now we're ready to start cooking. Right now, in a soup pot, I am heating up 2 teaspoons of butter, and then we're going to add the salt, 1½ teaspoons kosher salt, and 1½ cups chopped onion. Butter looks nice and melted. Let's throw in that onion, and we're going to throw in the salt, And cook those for about 5 or 7 minutes or until the onions are soft. And now the onions are all soft, we're going to add the 2 tablespoons minced garlic, pinch of nutmeg, and a pinch of cayenne pepper. Dump that all in. I'm going to cook that for about a minute. Now it's time to add our main ingredients, the 4 pounds of cut, peeled, and cubed butternut squash, and 4 cups low-sodium chicken broth. I'm gonna bring it to a boil. It smells good in here. It looks like we have boil, which means it is time to reduce the heat. And now we're just gonna let it simmer uncovered until the butternut squash is soft. And while you're waiting for this, I made a lot of dirty dishes over there, so I'm gonna be washing the dishes, so you guys should be too. So now that the dishes are done, we'll turn back to our bisque, and it looks like the butternut squash is nice and soft. I think I let that simmer for about 40 minutes. So now it is time to add the plain fat-free Greek yogurt and light brown sugar. 3 tablespoons plain Greek yogurt and 1 packed tablespoon of brown sugar. And we're going to take it, we're going to remove from the heat, and we're just going to stir the yogurt and the sugar in there. Now if you have an immersion blender at home, then this is going to be the easy part for you. Unfortunately, I don't have an immersion blender, so what I'm going to do is take this out in batches, put it in the regular blender, blend it until smooth. So now I've finished blending it up, and it's only 1 point. So I got a little side dish for myself here. I'm gonna garnish with some fresh sage. Very pretty. And I'll use a little black pepper to finish it off. Week 3 has been my most difficult, no doubt. These are the temptations that I'm facing at work, and that was there today. I mean, yeah, I could have one, and it'd probably only be a point or 2, but then I'd have it in my mouth, and then it'd be right there, and it's just so easy to grab another one. And then we had my manager's 40th birthday party, so they had these giant smiley face sugar cookies. The giant chocolate chip chocolate cupcake. Oh. The giant cupcake, all I wanted to do, I wanted to take my finger across the top of it. I wanted to get all that frosting on my finger and just lick it off. I love frosting. I love frosting so much. But it's like, nope, nope, it's not worth it. It's not worth it because I want to fit into smaller clothes. I want to look good. I don't want to just enjoy that one little moment where I'm eating. And then I wake up the next day and I just look forward to the next moment where I can eat. No, I want to look forward to the things I do. I want to look forward to the things I wear and how I look in them. It's not that I was hungry or that I was having a food addiction or anything. It's just more that I miss eating a ton of junk food sometimes. And so I just want to be able to eat that stuff. You know, I miss it. It's not that I need it, I just miss being able to do it. Even though it was a hard week, I stuck to my guns and I was able to pull through it. It is going to be hard. There's times where it's going to be hard. There's times where it's going to be easy, but there's times where it's not, and it's a struggle. And it's especially hard this week because I don't really see a big physical difference this week like I did the previous 2 weeks. I'm scared to death that tomorrow I'm gonna get on the scale and see a gain. I know it's gonna happen. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I work, there's gonna be times where I don't lose any weight, there's gonna be times where I gain weight, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just part of the process. On a positive note, Another thing I've noticed is that my trips to the bathroom have become a lot less. I mean, I always knew that caffeine was a diuretic, but I've always been a big drinker. I'd always drink a lot of soda and water and coffee. So I just figured I was going to the bathroom, you know, pretty naturally for what I drink. But I tell you, I drink a ton of water now, and I went from going to the bathroom 3 times to maybe going to the bathroom 1 time. Going to the bathroom doesn't feel like a full-time job to me anymore. So even if I don't have major success on the scale this week, at least I have that. There's still positive things going on in my life. And I got a new haircut. Yesterday was the weigh-in. For better or for worse, I lost 0.2 pounds. I want to keep saying I only lost 0.2 pounds, but you know what? I've been doing this for 3 weeks, and I've had 3 straight weeks of losses. I've lost almost 8.5 pounds. In a sense, it's reassuring. I've gotten a bad week out of the way, so next week, hopefully, I'll have a 2 or 3 pound loss. I won't lie and say I wasn't disappointed. I am, because I pushed myself really hard this week, even though there were times where I wanted to eat stuff I shouldn't. I didn't. There were times where I didn't want to work out, but I did. So pushing through all that and still not seeing any results on the scale was very disappointing. But at the same time, if I had done a little worse, maybe I would have gained 0.2. So you know what, it's okay. It'll happen. I don't think I did anything wrong. It's just my body adapting. The first couple of weeks is like, oh my goodness, we got all this new food and we're just gonna burn stuff. And then it's like, oh wait, you're only giving us this much food now? Well, okay, well now we're gonna start kind of slowing things down. Now that I'm going into a month of it, my body's gonna be like, okay, I'm not starving, everything's alright. Every single week I've lost weight. And it doesn't matter if it was only 0.2 pounds, it was still a loss. Good job, Taylor. I'm a cooker. I'm a cooking person. Ooh, I'm like a chef of things, yeah. Come on, Taylor, catch.